Today I am tackling the backstock, which I'm really excited to start organizing. It's actually not that bad, but could definitely use some improvements. Before I start doing that, I need to clear up the space that's behind me because I need a little bit more room to work. So we're just gonna get after it. Hi, welcome to Organized and Inspired. My name is Maya, where I talk about all things decluttering, organizing, mindset, and mental well-being. As you can see here, we are tackling the food backstock, which there are other things that are not food over here. And we are also tackling this crazy mess that is in the center of my basement, which is directly behind the backstock. I really wanted to open up that space so I had a little bit more room to work before I got started. I do have my work zone set up over there, so we'll be focusing on this first and then we'll be getting into that. Today I want to get into macro organizing versus micro organizing and why it's particularly important for my neurospicy people, my people with chronic illness, ADHD, my spoonies of the world. Y'all know who you are. And macro organizing is this big picture of organizing. So for me today, that is doing my backstock plus that center section of my basement. That's what I have energy for. Micro-organizing is when you're getting into the smaller parts of organizing. That's the sorting, the labeling, the bin within a bin, and making sure everything is organized in that way. Why I really wanted to talk about this is because when you only have so much energy to expend for the day, you don't want to get caught up in the micro-organizing if you know you're the type of person that's going to get sucked into it. So for example, when I opened up the binders over here, I immediately knew that I was going to trash most of it or it was going to go into the shred bin. What can be a little dangerous sometimes is if you are getting into the bin of a bin or the binder of something and you come across memorabilia or maybe it's paperwork that you really need to sort through a lot of things, you start spending energy on that thing instead of your macro organizing project. So I really want to caution you, if you find something that is, maybe it's memorabilia, for example, egress it, put it in the bin. For me, I have a memorabilia bin, so if I find something that goes in that category, I put it in that bin so that I can tackle it another day when I know that I'm going to have the mental energy to do that. And I say this from experience because I have gone into the bin of a bin and 2 hours later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even finish the project that I wanted to work on. So really try to focus on your macro organizing, especially if that's all you have the energy for. Don't spend all of that time getting into the nitty gritty of things. Okay. Well, didn't realize that like everything that was here is holding up this bike. So now I've got some issues, but I'm gonna fix it. Stay. All right. Temporarily fixed. I'm fairly certain this is a box full of boxes or empty containers. Oh, hey, a lunchbox. Potentially can use that because my last lunchbox I may have accidentally dropped on the ground and the glass mason jar that was inside of it shattered into a million pieces and then there were glass shards everywhere. So I just threw out the whole thing because we weren't going to try to clean that. No, we weren't. So I've just been using like a bag, like a random bag to carry all my lunch stuff in. So you know what? Maybe I can actually use this one. But I'm going to check if it fits my normal lunch stuff. If not, I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away. Just trash. It's all trash. All right, in my work zone today, I made sure to bring a knife to break down things, cut things open, because I knew that I was going to need that for the backstock area. So we are prepared. Just why did I keep this? Why did I think this was a good idea? Like, shoe boxes can be great as organizational containers if you don't want to buy extras, but come on, y'all. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have a problem. Yeah. Why? All right, I cleared out the space that was behind my backstock area, so we're finally gonna get to it. I moved my work zone next to my backstock so that way I have easy access. I don't anticipate that I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of things or giving it away or donating, but I still have a box just in case. I do imagine that I will have some trash though as I unbox things and make things look a little prettier. Cleaning stuff with the food supply. Don't love it. Yes, it's boxed up and there's probably plastic wrap and all of the things, but I just don't like mixing my food with my cleaning supplies. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's gonna go with our other cleaning supplies. I losed it. Where did I put it? Y'all, it's not expired. I am a little bit shocked, but it's still good. Still good till this year, end of this year. I think I do want to keep all the cans, like soda type things on this shelf, so I don't know that I'm going to move it to the workspace, but I am going to get rid of like all the plastic wrapping and all that stuff. What I will say is be careful when you're taking off the plastic wrapping, because one day my dad came down here and he was taking all the plastic wrapping off and he punctured a hole in one of the soda cans and it went everywhere. It was funny and terrible at the same time. But yeah, you know, just be cautious. Okay, so now I feel like I wish I would have maybe moved some stuff over before I started working. You know, now I'm thinking like scissors might have been better because I'm struggling a little bit. I feel like the Gatorade does not belong here. We're gonna move it. We need different bins. I was trying to do this project without purchasing any bins, but I am not entirely sure if I can make that happen. We shall see. We'll see how creative I can get. Or I might be lucky, like last time I had some bins from clearing out stuff, or I found some. Ah, I see one right here. Never mind, I'll be right back if I can make my way through this maze that I made myself. All right, I found this bin that was in my large stack of totes behind me, but it kind of smells a little funky, so I do need to clean it, and I do need to clean it before I start putting food particles in it. So I'm breaking my rule and I'm going to my other space, which is the kitchen. But I think because I'm on task for this particular situation that's happening here, I think I'll be all right. I'm not going to get distracted. I hope. Yeah, there is another bin up there. Decisions. Yeah, no, we need some bin. Maybe we need that other bin too. Well, I'm just gonna go grab it and then we'll be back. Okay, I have cleaned the iris bins that I just found sitting. Our family, well, you know what? My dad and I, we kind of have a container problem where we keep all kinds of containers. It's actually not a bad thing because, you know, we have these laying around. But some of the ones we keep, not great, not so great, no. I'll give you an example. But these are gonna work for what we've got going on. I am really happy that I cleaned these because there was some kind of nasty crusties on them. I don't know what they were. I don't know if it was poop. I really don't know. Either way, it got a good cleaning and now we're back here and it didn't take me too long. So we are going to package some of these things. Grupo ikan. Delicious when fried. Yes. These all get deep fried and they're not great for you. All right, I think we need to put like, oh my God, y'all, we have so much. 2 containers is just not gonna cut it, I don't think. But, you know, let's see. Are there any more of that kind? Oh, look, we've got more tea. All right, well, that's gonna go in the tea section. Rice flour, tapioca starch, grupo udang. That one's the shrimpies. Well, now I feel like I have to put the grupo udang with the grupo ikan. These are the things that keep me up at night. Ha! One done. All right, all the grupo in one container. A grupo is like an Indonesian chip, like a deep fried chip. I don't really know how to explain it because the texture is different than like potato chips. It's like thicker. I don't know. You just gotta try it. I don't know how to explain it. Oh heck, y'all. See, this is why you pull everything off. This one is open. Okay, I feel like we need, you know, a different bin for these ones that are a little similar because we have so many grupo undang. This one's different. One of these is not like the other. Shrimp. These ones are like chip, like little, like veggie strings, like those veggie sticks. It's kind of like what they're like. Well, the question is, now that those have their own bin, do I gotta switch them again? Yeah. Ooh. This, y'all, this is a me issue. Oh, yeah, buddy. Okay, cool. I like that better. Ta-da! And now we know we have an open one because there's a rubber band in there so we can see it. You know what? We're gonna go side by side so that, no, I want it to fit. Yeah, okay. As much as I would have liked that to work, here's why it's not gonna work. Because somebody, my mom or me, is gonna get frustrated trying to get it out of there because you have to slide it over and then pull it out. Or if you want to get to this thing, slide it over and then pull. But that doesn't work for the brains of our family. That's just going to frustrate people, which is why, because like our Kleenex used to be on a shorter shelf, but then they kept getting stuck because when you would stack it too high, it was like just the perfect fit, which is not always the best fit because it kind of snags on the top a little bit and it gets really frustrating and you hurt your hands trying to get out the tissue box and then you're just really frustrated. So sometimes, you know, you kind of have to maneuver a little bit, and that's okay. That's okay. All right, so this is fine. Everything's fine. We are just going to put the rice flour and the tapioca flour separate. We'll put this with these other little guys. I don't love how that looks, but you know what? That is a me issue. We're gonna roll with it. Yeah. What if I just don't use this bin at all? What if I just like, you know, no, I don't love that either. What's this? Oh, good. Just a bag of cardboard, empty. I don't know what these were for. I feel like, no, I have no idea. I thought these like maybe went on the top of this somehow, but no, I don't know. But also, we're gonna throw these away. Why do we have so much corn? I don't know. Why do you not make cans that stack? You know, maybe we need to get just like a little creative. I have an idea. That was nice because it was all perforated. All right. This has got like a little thing right here. We're just gonna do this now. You know, somebody else doesn't like just manhandle it and it's already good to go. Looks like it's gonna fall out, but I think it's okay. Why do these not stack? Is this normal? Do they normally not stack? But like, these stack? I don't understand. Is it that hard to like manufacture a can that like, you know, snacks? Is it hard to manufacture a can that snacks? Going to move doggy stuff. Need to find homes for these items here. This is a bag of trash that I got. So pretty good size bag of trash. I also have a box of recycled cardboard and things. I actually already took one of the boxes upstairs from the pile that I had in the middle. This is the things that I will be egressing upstairs momentarily. Our laundry room backstock I want all in the same place, so we're going to take that upstairs. Okay, I want to talk about when you have too much backstock that you're not going to get through. For example, this lint roller. I know it wasn't part of my food backstock, but I really need to talk about this because my husband has had this lint roller since before we started dating, which means it's more than 8 years old, okay? One lint roller, right? So it's getting close to the end. It'll probably be 10 years before we get to the end, but we've got 1, 2, 3, and another mostly full roll, which means if we're going on the track that we are going on with one roll being 10 years, this is gonna last us 50 years. We don't need to have all of these, so we're gonna get rid of some. Don't keep things that you're gonna have forever. Not to mention that, like, I don't know, these are probably like $5 or something. I could just go buy one if I need another one. So some things you gotta evaluate. If you're not gonna use it, don't keep it. All right, let's talk about why I organized the way I did. First things first, I kind of wanted it to look like a storefront so I could just come down here and grab what I need. I thought about putting some of these things in more bins and containers, but I'm trying to really utilize just what I have. Maybe one day I'll upgrade it, but I kind of like the way that it turned out. So on the top part, we have our paper towels, which we used to go through a lot more, but we have slowly been switching over to reusable napkins and rags and things like that. So we're using much less paper towels than we used to. Next is toilet paper. I know that we're gonna get a new big container from Costco, so left some room behind there. We also get a lot of tissues and we get both size boxes, so those are going to get restocked soon as well, and they actually go pretty high. And then we have kitchen bags, and then we have all kinds of bagged things. So food saver bags, which there's more behind that, and then Ziplocs and storage, and then we have foil, plastic wrap, wax paper, whatever we need there. I personally prefer to use reusable like stash bags, but my mom really loves to use these things, so you know, gotta keep mom happy. And let's see, oh, toilet paper. would like to try a more like natural brand at some point that's not like full of bleach and like harmful things. So if y'all know of a brand, comment below, because the last time I tried some like bamboo toilet paper, which was like the beginning of the pandemic when everyone went crazy and bought all the toilet paper, it felt like sandpaper. And I was like, yeah, nope, don't want to go back to that. So if you have a brand that you use that you like that's more like natural, let me know. I want to try it again, but I'm a little traumatized from the first time. So yeah. All right, moving on. Next is all of our drink products. We like to drink a lot of different beverages in here. My dad and my husband really love Diet Coke. So we have Costco-sized Diet Coke over here. And I prefer Spindrift. That's my thing. And then we like these Element sparkling drinks. So that's our new thing right now. And then we have water bottles. Yeah, you know, plastic water bottles aren't my favorite, but my mom is very particular about her water, so she has Costco sized water. And we have some leftover Gatorade, which we don't really drink much, but it's there. All of our protein and things we use for smoothies are here. We typically have much more protein bins, so I left some space back here for that. But there's some tea and coffee and some alcohol. All right, so next we have our canned food shelf, extra pasta noodles, extra sauces, some extra flour. That's all on this shelf. And then we have all of our Indonesian chips that we like to eat and deep fry. And then just some extra like gloves, party supplies. It's kind of like a random spot, but it didn't fit up there, so this is where we put it. And then doggy supplies. So my dog is set for his dental chews. Something that I wanted to invest in was a shelf liner. And the reason why I decided to get a shelf liner was because I didn't really want to buy more bins. Because, I mean, I really like how this looks like a store shelf. But I was thinking, you know, I'd like to take the water bottles out of the plastic wrapping, maybe set them on the shelf. But because it's a wire rack, sometimes it gets a little wonky and then it like tips over and then you have a domino effect and it all goes crashing down. So a more affordable way to make them nice and happy is to get a shelf liner. So I got a nice thick shelf liner, and these are pretty affordable. They can be about $1 per square foot, so really not that bad at all. And I decided that I wanted to do this and get this on here. Okay, so if you notice, this shelf liner has corners that are rounded out. This is so that it fits nicely into the poles that make up the shelving unit. And so when I put it in here, it should fit perfectly. Just like that. So it's a little warped right here, but that's okay. Once I get the cans put on it, it will eventually lay flat and it will be perfect. So let's get all this stuff back on it. Okay, this is great because I had actually dropped a couple of these Spindrift cans and the bottoms got a little bent. And now that I have the shelf liner on there, they aren't trying to topple over and it's keeping everything nice and flat. The other thing that's great is if you have wire shelving in your closet or in your bathroom like I do, and you want to store, you know, deodorant or smaller items that really like topple with that wire type shelf, the liners are great so that nothing topples over. It's such a affordable option to buying bins if you don't want to buy bins. The next thing that's really great about a shelf liner is that one, if it gets dusty, it's super easy to wipe down, and trying to dust off the wire shelving, much more difficult, snags the cloth, just trust me on this. And the second thing is if you have a spill, it is not going through all of your shelves. It's staying contained on that shelf mostly. Like it might run off the edge, but it's so much easier to clean up a spill if it's on a shelf liner. All right, I am all done with the backstock. I am very pleased with how it turned out. And if you liked it, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know. I want to know if you think it could have been better or could have organized it differently. I want to know that too. So go ahead and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. And if you want to stay on this journey as I continue to clean my basement, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time.